might be able to do today, and also how Gallup responded to work yesterday.
Yeah, don't anticipate LC doing much today. I do think it's getting better, and we do anticipate Michael to practice. It might be limited, but he did a good job yesterday.
Coach, you did hear the factors as player, as a quarterback starting twice. How do you remember those games, especially 1994 Thanksgiving Day? Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, that's a long time ago. That truly is a lifetime ago. Great memories for me, both those games. But again, that feels like a long time ago. But certainly it will be memorable for me for the rest of my life, two of the highlights of my playing career. But great respect for that organization. They've been a great organization for a long time. A lot of great players and coaches through the years. So we're excited about this opportunity this week.
I apologize if you went through this already, but Lyell's injury, is it game related? Is it something that flared up on him later when the game was over? Or?
Yeah, he just came in on I guess Monday or Tuesday and said his back was bothering him. So we addressed it from there.
What goes into coaching a team coming off a loss, and how important is it to be able to succeed the following week?
Yeah, I just think it's important to take the same approach week after week, independent of what the result is. And when you win a game, there's some good things that you want to build on, and there's some things you have to address. And when you lose a game, typically there's some good things you can build on, and there's some things you have to address. And that's really no different. So the coaches and the players hear me talk about this a lot. It's about learning from your experiences and growing. And the team that gets better and better over the course of the year are typically the ones that are playing at the end of the year, independent of what the results are along the way. So again, that's the approach we've always taken around here. So you come back in on Monday, you dig into the tape, and you say, boy, this was good in the game. We got to keep doing this. And then, boy, we got to address this. This certainly wasn't good enough. And that typically happens in all three phases. It happens with playing, it happens with coaching, and everything you do. And then you kind of put it behind you and go to the next one.
So you said related to that, when you start as fast as you all did offensively for 3 weeks and then have a little bit of a clunker, is the mindset anything of, hey, remember what we did the first 3 weeks, let's just get back to that?
Again, there were some things in the first 3 weeks that were really good you want to build on, and some things that weren't good enough. And you're trying to improve upon those things, and that's no different from the other night. And so, again, you try not to be results-oriented. You try to be process-oriented and try to get better. Get better as coaches, get better as players, week after week in all three phases of your team.
As you've gotten older as a coach, has it been easier or harder to get over losses?
Again, I don't think the approach has been any different. You put a tremendous amount of energy, intensity, and emotion into every game, and somehow, some way, you have to process it afterwards and put it behind you, regardless of what happened in that game. And you have to go to the next one. The 24-hour rule is in place for a reason. Again, the best teams are able to do that. The best players and coaches are able to do that. And again, that's what we're trying to instill in our team.
You said last week that if you aren't dominant or aren't good up front on both sides of the ball, then you won't be able to see the skill of your other players. Does that become a concern in a week like this where you might be without both of your tackles and presumably have to move some people around?
I think that was probably in reference to how we build the team. You want to make sure you allocate resources to the offense and defensive lines, and we've done that through the years. We believe in that philosophy. That's the foundation of your team. And then certainly you want to make sure you have enough guys to play each week. One of the reasons we've built our team the way we have is to handle adversity over the course of the season. Guys typically don't necessarily make it through a 16-game season. So all throughout your team, you have to make sure you have good depth. You have guys you can put in and they can function for you and play at a high level. So we have 3 veteran backup offensive linemen who we believe in, who've played a lot of football for us, done a good job for us. Similarly, on the defensive line, we like to have depth to make sure if injuries do happen over the course of the season, you can continue to play at the level you need to play at.
Why was Cam such a must re-sign? You kind of hinted at that yesterday for you guys. That was a big deal to keep him.
He's a good player, and he's played well. He's played at a high level in this league. He's played at a high level for us. Played a lot of football for us last year, and went in there and played and functioned and handled himself well. Plays the right way, and it's a very important position. The swing tackle position is critical, and to the point about not seeing your skill. If you don't have competent tackles in this league, it's going to be hard to throw the football. And he's done a good job for us, and we're excited to get him back.
Was the key to stopping Aaron Rodgers, just slowing him down?
Yeah, I don't know that anybody's had real success in stopping him throughout his career. And you can go back to look at when he first started playing, whatever it is, 10, 11 years ago. He's just a great football player. And he can beat you so many different ways. He can beat you in the pocket, throwing the ball on rhythm, 3-step, 5-step, 7-step. He can beat you in play action. He can beat you on movement. He can beat you when the play breaks down. He's got a great feel for the game. He's a really smart guy. He's a really smart football player. He's instinctive. He can throw the ball anywhere on the field. He's an outstanding athlete. He can throw from all these different positions. He's an unbelievable competitor. He's poised. He's composed. He plays well in critical moments. So I think all of us have been dealing with that for a long time.
Rush lanes are important. You said he can beat you anywhere, but you want to keep him in the pocket though, more than anything, and let him break down and just some other stuff.
Yeah, again, he's really good in the pocket. He's really good out of the pocket. He's really good on time. He's really good when the play breaks down. He is. Go back and look at his career. You guys know the stats better than I do, but I bet his rating is better than anybody who's ever played the game. His touchdown to interception ratio better than anybody who's ever played in the game. All that stuff. He's a really good player.
How do the two Smiths impact their pass rush?
They're good rushers. They try to give them opportunities to rush, and when they do, they're very impactful. They do a good job pushing the pocket. They do a good job sacking the quarterback, and they threaten you. You try to block those guys individually over the course of the ball game. Typically, they're around the quarterback and impacting the game.
Jason, can you address Tank Lawrence, the nature of his injuries and his status for today?
Yeah, we'll see what he's able to do today. Was limited in practice yesterday, couldn't do much. The biggest thing that's bothering him is that he has a heel bruise. So, he's just treating it, and we'll see what he's able to do.
Your guys in the offensive line can play several different positions. You want them to do that. But when you swing a Connor out from guard to tackle, is your issue going into a game, is it more about communication? Is it more about technique? What are the biggest hurdle a guy has to do when he moves position within a line going into a game?
Well, it's inexperience, probably first and foremost, and we're fortunate that he played tackle in college, so he's relatively experienced there. Hasn't played tackle here at this level, but he's somewhat comfortable out there. I think that's where it starts, and then to your point, playing with the guy next to you, communicating with the guy next to you, being comfortable with the adjustments that you need to make to the variety of looks that you're going to see. Playing with decisiveness and conviction, when you do get a variety of looks. And, so all of those things, it goes back to experience and playing that position time and time again and growing from the different experiences you have.
How would you summate Connor Williams' performance thus far through 4 games at left guard?
Connor's done a good job. He has not been perfect by any means, but he's done some really good things, both as a run blocker and as a pass protector. One of the things you'll love about him is just how he plays. He plays with a relentless spirit. He's got a young person's mind, and that he's always trying to get better and better and better, very receptive to coaching, learns from his experiences. I thought he did a really good job last year, when he got hurt and then he wasn't playing, and then he came back and played. He played his best football at the end of the year, and then I think he's off to a good start. But he's still a young guy. I don't think he's 22 years old. So he's growing and developing physically, and he's growing and developing as a player. His approach is outstanding.
Obviously, he's played plenty of tackle over the course of his football career, but given he's a young player, any hesitation, flipping sides, flipping from guard to tackle in the middle of the season?
Yeah, just all hands are on deck. In situations like this, you just got to make sure you play the best 5 guys, and you try to put them in as comfortable a situation as you can. And so we'll see how everything plays out over the course of the week, but his versatility is certainly an asset to us.
On that note, Xavier Suafilo, how have you seen his performance throughout the beginning of the season?
Xavier's done an excellent job for us. Talk about a pro. He stepped in last year and played really well for us, and just goes about it the right way. He's a really sturdy, physical player inside, and he's good when we run the football. He's good when we throw the football. He's been good just going into different situations and handling it and playing at a high level. So we love his professionalism, his approach every day, and his readiness to go in there and play at a high level.
You talked about being the same every week, win or loss. Is that kind of what Dak's, one of his better traits, that he is the same kind of guy every week?
Yeah, he's fantastic. I think the best leaders are able to do that because they're the ones that provide the energy for the whole group. And he's a fantastic leader when he gets in that huddle. You don't know if he threw a touchdown pass on the last play or threw an interception on the last play. You know if we won the last game or lost the last game. He always has that same spirit, that same juice, and he's fantastic. He's always focused on the right things, his execution, and leading this football team. So he does a great job in that regard.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you guys.